Poland, a country full of history, a place I really wanted to see. I pictured streets made of cobblestones, big open squares, and memorials that made you think. I thought about Chopin's music and stories of how strong Polish people are. I just had to go see it myself to understand this interesting country. Poland was more than just a place to visit, it was like traveling back in time. I wanted to see its history and the strength of its people. The mix of old and new excited me. I couldn't wait to explore its culture, nature, and history, to try pierogis and to hear the stories it had to tell. This trip wasn't just about visiting a new place, it was about understanding Poland. I was ready for anything, to learn from the past and to be inspired by today's Poland. Warsaw, a city rebuilt after a big war, welcomed me. Tall buildings reached the sky, showing how Poland has grown stronger. But even with these new buildings, you could still feel the past. The rebuilt Old Town, a special protected place, showed how proud and strong Polish people are. Cobblestone streets went past colorful houses, each with its own story. I almost felt like I could hear horses and children playing. The Palace of Culture and Science, a gift from a leader long ago, reminded me of hard times Poland went through. Walking these streets, I felt Warsaw's spirit. It's a city that wouldn't give up, a city that came back even better. Kraków, the old royal city, felt like stepping back in time. Old buildings, horse-drawn carriages, and history were all around. The city's main square, Rynek Główny, was the biggest medieval square in Europe. Wawel Castle, on a hill above the river, told stories of kings and queens. I imagined how grand it must have been. The Jewish quarter, Kazimierz, was beautiful but sad. It reminded me of a lost culture. No trip to Poland is complete without seeing Auschwitz-Birkenau. This former Nazi camp reminded me of the terrible Holocaust. Kraków was a city of opposites where the past and present were mixed together. It's a place I'll never forget. Zakopane in the beautiful Tatra Mountains was my escape from the city. The air was fresh and smelled like pine trees. Wooden houses with special carvings showed the area's unique style. Hiking in the mountains, I loved the nature around me. Clear lakes reflected the mountain peaks, and colorful flowers filled the fields. The mountains were quiet, except for the birds and the wind. At night I ate good mountain food, and listened to the Goral people's music. Their bright clothes and dances showed their rich culture. Zakopane was a place to enjoy nature, breathe fresh air, and find peace in the mountains. My trip ended in Gdańsk, a city full of history and the sea. On the Baltic coast, Gdańsk has always been a place where different cultures meet. The city had old cranes, church towers, and colorful houses. Walking by the Motlawa River, I looked at the old buildings and Neptune's fountain. I could feel the spirit of the Solidarity movement, which started in Gdańsk and helped end communist rule. The European Solidarity Center, a museum about this movement, showed how strong people can be. Gdańsk looked to the future while remembering its past. It was a place of history and hope, and it made me feel positive. Thinking about my trip to Poland, I'm so thankful. Poland was even better than I thought it would be. It's a country of opposites, where history is important, but the people are full of life. From Warsaw to the mountains of Zakopane, Poland showed me its many sides. I saw how strong people can be, the power of hope, and the beauty of this amazing country. Poland wasn't just a place to visit, it was a trip that changed me. It reminded me that even when things are hard, people can get stronger and rebuild. Poland's story shows that hope and believing in a better future are very powerful.